delay there. You're like
Doug Bob up the
touching.
what? I'm
Who
touching.
has delay?
I have delay.
Scott.
Me?
It's like he's in and out, freezing,
Really?
Hmm.
frozen
Jess, you hear
now.
me?
I think you're okay.
I'm actually locked in too. I'm hardwired into this thing. If anybody should be freezing, it should be
You
the
there,
brown
Jesse?
town.
Is he frozen to you?
No, he's
Mm.
fine to me.
Is Jesse frozen to you? Ask him if you're frozen to him.
He can hear you, right?
Can
Can't you? You
Hmm?
can.
can he?
You can.
Can he hear me? I don't know.
Maybe not.
Can he hear us?
Okay, people in the audience, can you hear me? Or
I
Scott
can
and
hear.
Jesse frozen?
Oh, now Chad's getting a little digitized
Yeah, I
on
think
his video.
it's the one. I think his wife's nuking dinner is what's going on. His wife might be nuking dinner.
Yeah, I can hear you right now.
Can you? I think Chad, it's user error.
I think it might be Chad.
Yeah, user error.
I'm hardwired.
You're
Uh-oh.
you're hard. That's your hardwired image right there. Really? That's hardwired.
Yeah, good here except Chad's picture. See, Chad's a little like his picture's a little digitized.
Yeah.
I'm hardwired. Yes.
Okay. I'm starting the show. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Hmm.
3.
I'll restart.
Okay. 3,
Or
2. What, Chad? Go ahead. We have plenty of time. Oh no, we don't. You start in. Can you hear me?
okay, let me restart.
Okay, restart.
I can hear you right now.
Okay, go restart. Oh wait. Oh, now you're messing up with the with the
Ba-
overlay.
bandwidth impaired.
Right? There we go. Bandwidth impaired.
Bandwidth impaired. Hilarious.
Hi, Chad.
Hi. Is he actually rebooting his whole computer or is he just
I
logging
certainly
out?
hope not. Certainly hope not.
All right, well, we're going to find out.
I hope not rebooting means rebooting his whole computer.
At least it's not you or I having technical difficulties.
Considering we're
so
live on the
knock
air
on,
right now.
knock on wood.
Considering we're live on the air. I hope it's
Yeah. Well, we haven't technically started the show.
true. This is true. For
Huh?
the audio people anyway. Audio people hear none of this.
We can just do some dead air for a little while.
How do we do dead air?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I mean,
Is that Roxy sleeping behind you? Where's Jeeps?
Roxy's sleeping behind me, and Jeeps is right there.
Oh. They're both Jeeps looks out cold.
Yeah, she's tired. They're sleepy.
Yeah, I'm fighting with Roxy. All right, I'm gonna start the show.
Okay.
You take Chad's parts.
Oh,
I
alrighty.
I know. Scott hit the end show button. I'll try not to. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. If you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have Shorty and it's manning the phones, and please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chaz 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's time to go streaking. Oh, wait. No, it's time for Cash or Coffee. So sit back, relax, and grab your coffee. I'm really bad at the Chad
pretty
voice.
good.
Sorry about
Today's
that.
episode 686. For my eyes are so bad. 686, recorded live on October 6th, 2021, is the October Cash or Coffee Show. Phone lines are open. Give us a call 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for your international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. Jesse, Chad, you're looking very well, my dear. You look kind of hot.
Thank you.
Where's Chad, Jess?
He has technical difficulties.
So Jess,
Yes,
it costs a lot of my money to make this show work. You know?
it sure does, Scott.
It does. You know it more than anybody.
I sure do.
You see the bills.
Yes, I
And
do.
hey, there's two ways you can help us out. We really appreciate it. If you guys can help the show, anything you do would really help us. There's two ways to help us. One way is PayPal. You go to paypal.me. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Me/the geocaching podcast. You make a one-time donation, whether it be $5 or $50. I don't care. Go straight to the bills. Or Jess,
Mm-hmm.
you become a patron of our show.
Yes.
Patrons, Jess. Do you know what they get? Patrons?
Oh, they get all kinds of extra stuff.
Do they though?
They do.
Do they? They get extra audio, extra video, only available to patron members. They get
Yeah.
patron only shows, end of the year giveaways.
Uh-huh.
They get path tags and stickers and coins.
Yeah.
Few coins left.
There are
Just-
few, not many.
Just send another one out the door. Couple left. Chad's back.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, howdy, y'all. It's time to go streaking.
We've already done that part.
Um, so, what was she trying to attempt to do my voice again?
You know it.
Maybe.
I'll have to go back and rewatch that part of the show.
Now you have to do Jesse's voice. So you join Patreon, you get all this good stuff on the other side of the paywall. Video came out on Saturday. I think it was us with a tank, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
I think next week is day 2 of West Bend. Have we done day 2 yet? Have you seen day 2? I don't remember.
I haven't seen day 2.
I think day 2 is next week for a spoiler alert coming Saturday. Or either that or it's a
A snippet.
no, a past
Past Periscope.
past Periscope. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it might be day 2 though. Yeah, a lot
That
coming
was
in.
so much fun when Periscope was around.
Yeah, Periscope was fun, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was.
It was so young. It was like,
Mhm.
yeah, it was. Now streaming on social media is like nothing now.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yep.
So here we go, guys. So yes,
Everybody's doing it.
everyone's doing it. So guys, you can become a patron, extra audio, extra video, all this other good stuff. You'd really help us out too. Helps pay the bills. So anything you can is go to patreon.com today and you join the tier. It's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared toward the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Go get that out. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com. I'm not looking at it. I'm trying to not look at it. That's why I was stumbling.
No
I-
prize
I-
for you.
I could do
I
this.
w-
without looking at it.
I was when I was watching the show, I was mentally saying it as Shorty Nits was going along, and then she went off track on Cachly. It's like, did they change this?
No,
No.
that's
added
me.
to it. I noticed too.
Yeah. Okay, so it's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine with written by geocachers for geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2 cent choices of bug spray, all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com. That was all
And
that.
by
I didn't even look at that, by the way. I did that off memory.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com. And I met Jim for the first time at the
I didn't meet him this
going
time.
caching.
Did you?
Yeah. So,
Nice.
well, sweet. He gave me a little freebie.
Oh, you got a freebie.
Nice.
Nice. And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom designs. Find them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com. You know, Chad, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of weeks ago, Jesse and me and Cody Dog, we went on a trip to to Nevada and Wyoming,
Utah.
Utah, and we're sitting in line at the car place. We're in the car. It took us 2 hours to get our rental car. We're sitting in the rental car, and Cody looks at me and goes, "How come we don't have T-shirts?" I go, what? What the hell are you talking about? He goes, T-shirts. We should have T-shirts. We should all be wearing the same T-shirts. I'm like, you're right. We should be wearing the same T-shirts. So we need to call Art of Crafted, Jess, and get custom T-shirts made.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe if we do that for our next trip. So there you go. Okay. Sorry, Chad. Continue.
And finally, by pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help to trade or log tags or to purchase your own personalized pattags with over 43,000 tags to collect. Pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And as always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
Our show notes. Hey, Jess.
Yeah.
You know how you were just talking about Periscope? You know, Periscope just shut off in March.
Well, yeah, because didn't they now you can do it directly through Twitter?
Right. So they actually shut it down in March. It finally shut down. They didn't.
So what happened to all the saved videos?
They're gone. They made you download them. If you wanted to save them, you had to download them. I think that's what, because then they started banking them eventually, right? Then they eventually started.
Yeah, first when they first came out, if you missed it, it was gone, and then they started allowing you to save it to your account.
No, what you could actually get them. No, that catch program. There was a program where you can get the old one.
Catch. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's how I have all those ones from 2016. Is from that program.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't get anything now. I think it's a dead app now. That's sad. Oh, Periscope.
Yeah, it was fun.
How we loved you back in the day. You were good. You were good. Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear last week's show, Chad?
Yes. That's why I came on with the howdy y'all. It's time to go streaking. Although Jesse left off the howdy y'all.
How do you know?
I knew I was forgetting something.
I listened to the show.
Oh. Did you hear what happened when Wheels was on the show?
I know that I saw Scott Burke's trackable. I don't know whether it's actually visited the porch cache because it hasn't actually been checked into the porch cache.
He never dropped it, did
I don't
he?
think he dipped it.
He didn't even dip it.
I don't think he dipped it.
Dip
Well,
it. Okay. So
wait,
this
is it
changes
in-
the spreadsheet.
okay.
Boom.
Well,
And
let me
guess who's
double check
not in
that.
first place?
For what? For what?
Travel bug race.
For ours or for
For
the
ours.
who
Guess
wasn't?
who
first
it-
place?
Well, if that would have been dropped, then you would have been in first place.
Well, it's not, he hasn't.
But-
Doesn't mean he's not going to drop it.
Well, that's
He
true.
might still dip
right.
it.
Okay, I've got it. Let me share this.
Assume he's going to dip it. What do you have? You have a spreadsheet
Share
going?
Screen.
Boy, lucky for us.
I put a spreadsheet together for this.
Anybody want to give us a call? You can 808-468-7924. Give us a call. Anything you guys want to talk about tonight, give us a call. We can talk about it. 808
Oops.
got swag. 808-468-7924. We'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. Hold on, Chad. Let me take away the overlay. There you go. Go ahead. Okay. What do you got?
Let's see if I can zoom.
Yeah, that's too small. I
That's-
can't see anything.
that's
Sorry,
fine.
guys.
Fine.
We're a visual podcast tonight, apparently, because Chad's showing us spreadsheets.
Okay,
If
that's
there's any
not
more fun than
zooming
that.
Oh,
in.
we have a call.
Let's see if I can. If I
Oh.
squish this down, does that zoom in?
I don't know. No.
No, it just shows the rest.
Just
of
tell me what it says, man.
Basically, it says that point wise. So there was 1 point for every 100 miles.
Mhm.
The Christmas Pickle has 248 points. Jesse has 252 points from that, and you only have 193 points from that.
Mm-hmm.
However, the you got 100 points for the porch cash. Nobody has that yet. There's 50 points per picture for past GCPC hosts. We didn't get any of those. There's 25
No,
points.
I think he did. I think he did get a picture with it. I think I have a picture with it.
Who? With who?
Sure. With Wheels and the thing. We took a picture.
But Wills wasn't a former host.
Oh, a former host. I'm sorry. I thought you meant just a host. Because I'm a host.
Right.
I can quit and be a former host.
It says past GCPC host.
Oh, okay. I'm a past host. Past and present.
So I'm thinking Andy Stevens out of an item, Daryl W4. Those are past hosts. And one-time hosts don't count. 25 points with a picture of a listener of the show. We got there. I've got 4 of them. Jesse has 4 of them. You have 5 of them.
Oh, sweet.
10 points for each new state visited. I've got 8 new states. Jesse has 17 and you have 16. And then there are 5 points with a picture taken with a cacher that is a non-listener. And I don't have any of those. Jesse has 3 and Scott, you have 1. So what that comes out to be is I've got 428 points in last place. Jesse has 483 points in second place, Scott has 483 points in second place, and Jesse has 537 points in first place right now. So and it does say that whenever one of them, either one of them gets into the porch cache or 18 months, that's when it ends. So now I've got a spreadsheet to kind of keep track of all this.
Okay, good to know.
And I can go back in here and
we were going back and forth on it. Okay, so Jesse, it is 18 months, or someone lands in the someone lands in the bucket, whichever comes first.
But the person that lands
you're
in
on
the
mute,
bucket
Jeff.
doesn't. The person that lands in the bucket is not necessarily the winner.
Yeah, that should have been like 1,000. Right. That should have been like 1,000 points.
No, 100 points is pretty
That's
biased
pretty good.
here, because I mean that's about 20 to 25%.
Yeah, but how do you actually get there and still lose?
Oh, right now, if you got that, it would push you over the top.
Right. So it would be over and I would win if he dropped. Right.
If he dropped it. But now what if he just dips it? He gets 100 points. Scott gets 100 points, and then we keep going.
Right.
And no, dipping it doesn't. If we're saying dipping it doesn't say it lands in it, then that's not 100 points.
If dipping
okay, so by arriving, that means that is its final resting destination.
Right.
Okay.
How long have we been doing this for, just out of curiosity? How long has this contest been going at this rate?
Been going on. It's only been going on for 7 months.
Oh, so we still have another 7 months to go. More than that. That was good.
We have 11 months to go, technically, unless someone lands.
All right.
And I sent out a bunch of emails today to the people who found the cache where mine went missing, to see if I can't get it back into play.
Oh, you're kidding. All right.
No.
All right, we got California. Hello. El Rojo. Hello, sir.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Oh, just battling HQ and losing.
What's going on? What are they doing today?
So, here in Kern County, we've got a pretty decent set of challenge caches. We've got a big question mark geo art with a bunch of classic challenges in it. And then we've got a big old long line of probably, 30, 40 caches with challenges on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I get this email back in August from HQ. And they didn't send it to my sock puppet account. They sent it to, because I had a sock puppet account that basically owns all these.
Just freely
challenges.
admits he's got a sock puppet account.
Yeah, whatever. So, I mean, obviously the account's got 0 fines and like 90 something hides.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a premium member though, so screw them. They should love my $30.
Right.
So, they send me an email to my account, not the sock puppet account. They say, we were notified the number of challenge caches, and they gave one example, one GC code. That was it. Were transferred from your account to another. As per the guidelines, all challenge cache owners must qualify for the challenge. This applies to original cache owners as well as any adoptive owners. From here, there are 2 options for you to consider. 1, you may transfer the challenge caches back over to your original qualifying account and delete your found it logs. Or 2, archive the caches since they are currently not in compliance with the guidelines. If no action is taken within the next 2 weeks, the caches will be archived. Best regards, Jesse, Geocaching HQ admin.
So basically, what they're telling you is that if you don't put it back under your name, they're gonna delete them. They're gonna archive them.
Yep. So that's cool. No big deal. I had just recently moved 2 caches over to the new account. But I've got other caches that have been under this account for 2 to 3 years. So in the last 2 to 3 years, there's never been an issue with this. So I moved 2 of them back thinking that's all they're talking about. 2 weeks later, they archive all of them.
Oh,
like
no.
90 something caches. And I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. Number 1, a bunch of those caches.
Sorry.
A bunch of those caches are from 2014. They're legacy challenge caches.
Wait, I'm so
Back
confused
when
here.
challenge caches.
Oh, so what? Back when they were? Oh no, they were and they're not gonna.
So they
they're not gonna
archive
put,
those.
They're not gonna
And
give
I'm
them back
like,
to you.
whoa, slow your roll. Those are legacy caches. There's no requirement that the owner meet any kind of requirements whatsoever. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right about those. We'll redo them. And and basically all these people that are watching this challenge series are like, what in the hell is going on? They're like pissed. They're like, I want to come find these things. And so I'm like, I'm working on it. Hopefully they'll be cool. So I basically tell HQ, I'm like, hey, listen, you didn't give me a list of what you were talking about. So I did take action. I moved the 2 that I thought you were referring to because you only listed 1 in the email, not 90. So I moved 2. So I did take action. And, if I had known you were going to archive them all, I would have went and moved them back. It's not a big deal. And they're like,
what?
well, we're moving the legacy ones back, but all the rest of them, you're screwed. You can resubmit them.
Come on.
And I'm like,
come on. Wait,
so no big deal. Because all the new ones have checkers.
But what?
So no big deal.
But
I'll
what's
go do the work. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you.
I'm just so confused on why they care. Where's the because? Is it just the sock puppet account? Is that the issue?
I'm not exactly sure. I have a feeling it may not have anything to really do with me. It might be somebody else that they're cracking down on, but I just got caught as collateral because
collateral damage.
Very rarely delete logs, and it's only when somebody straight up is not posting evidence.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's not like, I've got these crazy challenges that, it does not seem to have been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, okay, they should be reasonable. Nope. And then here's the kicker. I had a 100 contiguous counties challenge with a checker. That no longer is a valid challenge cache. Because there's an argument on what is contiguous. So I can't redo that one, which is bullcrap because lots of people love that cache.
Right, you can't do it because it's it goes back. Yeah, that happened.
They
I got screwed that
they
way.
change
Actually,
the challenge rules as they go along.
I got screwed that way too. I got screwed out of that.
And then they also, I had a find the 10, at least 10 of the top 20 favorites in Kern County, and then 10 of the top 20 favorites in California. Well, you can't have moving lists anymore, so those can't republish either.
Oh, that stinks.
Hmm.
All because of your sock puppet account, mister.
Who knows? But basically, it's kind of pissed me off enough to where I'm just like my shooters challenge this year. I'm like, F it, I'm not going to do it because
Really?
they
Oh,
obviously
Chad-
don't value,
Chad will be
the work
will
I'm
be
putting
happy
in.
about that. Yeah.
So, and then now I got to figure out how I'll bring them back as unchallenges. Those caches are still there.
Unchallenges. Oh, you popped Jesse on that one.
No.
Well done.
You guys don't know about my unchallenged series?
No. Explain it to us, please. That sounds interesting.
So basically, you make a challenge that's a traditional cache. You
Mhm.
put unchallenged in the title, and you say, this is a traditional cache. You can find and sign the log at any time. There's no additional logging requirements. However, if you want, here's the challenge. And then you lay it out for them. So, like, they wouldn't allow 10 contiguous event counties, which is a really cool one. So you make it an unchallenge. So anybody can sign it at any time, but it kind of spurs cachers into, hey, that's cool. I want to do that. And then they can sign the log if they want. They don't have to. Our 7 states west of the Mississippi in a day can't find a certain amount of caches in a day. So
Right.
that one's an unchallenge.
That's interesting. The unchallenge. I like it. I like that, El Rojo. That's nice. I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah,
well,
so
that
we've been running
sucks,
those
buddy.
for a
I'm
few
sorry.
years
I'm
now.
sorry to hear that. That's bad news for you. I'm sorry to hear that.
So my question for the audience, what do you think about the idea that as long as somebody sponsors a challenge cache and somebody actually qualifies for it, should that all that matters, and then anybody should be able to own it? Because that really seems to be the issue.
What do you mean own it? What do you mean? You mean
So I qualify for 100 contiguous counties. I want to hand it over to somebody who doesn't have 100 contiguous counties. Why does it matter?
it shouldn't matter? Why would it matter?
I think the handover shouldn't matter.
I like the
I
handover
think
point.
the publishing one does matter, but the handover shouldn't.
I guess.
See, and I even disagree with the publishing because I've got my National Historic Landmarks of California. You got to find 146 caches spread from San Diego to the Oregon border and back and forth. And it's a hell of a challenge. Nobody qualified for that when I created it back in 2014, but it spurred all of us to go for it, even the cache owner, because, that was a hell of a challenge. And some dude took it on and they got her done.
The way I see it is, if you haven't done it, then right there it's a personal challenge for you to go out and do it before you published a challenge cache on it.
No, but I think he's saying he's talking about the back in 2014. Is that when they put the moratorium on it and they shut it down for a year? Is that when that was?
Yeah, shortly after that.
Yeah,
maybe 15.
I remember when that happened. I was on this show, and I disagreed with it then. I wasn't a fan of it. I thought that challenge caches were fine the way they were, and if you wanted to hunt them, you could. If you didn't, you didn't have to. If it was as crazy, if it was find 50 caches, 50, hunt 50 states in a year, let it be. Someone's going to do it. It's possible. Just because it's air quote too hard to do doesn't mean that it's not possible. We've all done it. I did 15 icons in a day. I'll probably never do it again, but you know what? It's possible to do. So why not let a challenge be available for it? So I'm in the boat with you with that. I didn't like what they did, and I thought they watered down challenges. I loved tough challenges back in the early days. I loved them. It just to try them. Me and Jesse did an insane one. That one driving one.
yes.
It was insane. No human should have to do it. And we did it because we wanted to see if we could, so that's what I like, is that like, yeah, push me to see if I can do it. Jesse and I are working out a challenge this year, a super difficult one we will talk about at the end of the year, but like we're going to complete it this year, and it is super hard to
And
do.
then some.
Yeah, and so like
Mhm.
I like that you push me to do something. I just I had a listener just shoot me information about I've never heard of that, but about this, and I'm totally going to change the subject. Cash Across America. Have you heard about this at all? It's been around forever. Have you heard about this, Chad?
No.
Okay, I want
Oh,
to do
hang on. Is that the one where you have to do contiguous counties?
No, this is the
Uh,
one where you have to find just one cache in each state, a Cash Across America cache. You have to find all 50 of them and then find the final.
I do.
oh,
I
okay.
do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We could have got the one in South Dakota on our 7-state West of Mississippi Day, and I'm like, I ain't gonna ever do that.
That is now
But,
super
you know,
on my radar.
someday I probably will.
Super on my radar now. I want to look like, and actually, I'm kind of pissed that I pissed the year away.
I can't believe you didn't know about that. I've had that on my watch list for
Chad's
years.
never heard about it.
Oh yeah, I've had that. I've had the final on my watch list.
Yeah,
for
I've never heard.
many
Nope.
many years.
It is on my radar.
I've heard about a lot of these, and just like I don't mentally record it because it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'll never do it.
I'm not. I'll never do it.
No, see, like that's one, like that's awesome. That's something.
Mhm.
And how many people have accomplished it? Just like 12, 13 people. That's it. And it's been out for
Yeah, not many.
15,
It's been out
17
for a long
years.
time.
No, like nobody's
Mhm.
done it, but because it's just so difficult to do. That's something I'd love to
Well,
attempt.
and in general, like Groundspeak keeps like kind of making this whole thing easier and making it like participation trophy.
Right.
Look at the souvenir programs. If you remember 2019, we had, I just looked it up the other day and I forgot it. But that first one where you had to go find, I think it was Mystery at the Museum, where you had to go find the gems at certain caches, you had a month to do that. And so there was like challenge and purpose, and people went out and worked hard to try to get that done in a month. And now it's like, I made that one where I basically challenged people on it's the one that's still going that they gave us some god awful amount of time to complete. But I basically challenged people to just do caching like they normally would and track how many days it took to do Wonders of the World. So that first set of Wonders of the World, see how long it took you. It took me 88 days without changing my caching habits whatsoever to finish that thing, and it's still going to this day. And then most people didn't go 88 days. Most of them got it done in like 20, 30, 40 days.
Well, I think a lot of it watered down for COVID. I'll be curious to see in the next couple of years what happens. I think some of it did. I mean, I still have an event cache, the celebration event that was supposed to have ended, I think, a year ago.
Right.
I still have it sitting in my inbox.
We still got till 2022 on that, right?
I think. I
Yes,
don't know. I think
the
No,
end of 2022. Yeah.
the end of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I hope so,
I gotta
because
do that,
that's
dude.
what my shooter
pretty
challenge is going to be, but I can always change it.
I gotta do that. Yeah, I gotta celebrate.
Unpublished hides. Let's see.
Yes. So
So yeah, maybe I'll have to go make a forum post and say,
oh yeah, go to the Wild West.
Groundspeak.
Yeah. Good.
Go get those guys fired up. That's
They'll
all.
get those guys all fired up. Yeah, totally. All right, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, thanks for letting me vent.
No, my pleasure. No, that's it.
Looking at the reviewer note here, it says have until December 31st, 2022.
Oh, okay. Thank you. There you go. All right. Be well, buddy. We'll talk soon.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Bye. So what was that, Jess? What did you pop up there? Sorry. You actually popped
MP
something.
Glenn says he finished the Cash
Oh,
Across
Glenn finished it.
America series. It took him 8 years. Less than 40 people have finished it. I'm looking at the final right now. 41 smileys on it.
But if all of them
Here's
actually,
the
yeah, but I don't think all of them have actually finished it.
no. There's
That's the thing.
yeah. There's 41 finds on the final.
But that doesn't mean they found all 50. That doesn't mean they found all 50. I think I'm not sure about that. Check and see, make sure they've all actually done it.
I think you have to.
I don't know, dude.
I think you have to find all of them
So if I
in
go
order
with
to
you,
log the final.
so if you've done it and I haven't, I can't go and log the final.
You can sign it, but I don't think you can log it.
No?
I don't think so. I think that's the whole point of it.
Is it a challenge? It is a challenge. No, it's not a challenge, Cash. Why can't I?
It
Why can
doesn't say challenge in the title, but remember it's from 2007. So they had different criteria then.
Get El Rojo back on the phone. But then if it's technically not a challenge, can't I sign it? It's not a challenge cache. It's just a puzzle cache.
There are logging requirements listed.
Is taking a picture
In
one of
order
them?
to log the cache, you must have completed the required cache of this series in each of the 50 United States.
Can we still have logging requirements though in this day and age?
You're not a lot. You can't
Y-
add additional logging requirements on new caches, but old caches that had it in there were grandfathered in, with the exception of, I think, some the pictures or picture
Pictures.
requirements.
Yeah, you can't do a picture requirement. Or you can you? I thought you couldn't do that anymore. I don't know. Check and see if they've all actually done it. I don't know. I have no idea. We do have an email though. Here's an interesting conversation spur real quick here. You ready, guys?
Hmm.
Okay. Friday 516 shot us an email. I love throwing out new ideas for Cash or Coffee and thought this one could create a good discussion. Do you guys think there could ever be a professional geocaching league or geocaching appearing in the Olympics? I believe geocaching has more of a community aspect to it than competitive aspect, but some type of competition could be cool. Imagine the top geocachers in the world coming together in a city, and a bunch of geocachers are released at once. Every DT rating would have a different score associated with it, and FTFs would be worth more points as well. It's a race to see who can get the most points. Each competitor has a body camera so we can watch the action live. Who knows? Maybe something like this already exists. I haven't heard about it. And so I responded to him. It's called Moga.
Yep,
So-
here you go. I'll put a link in the chat for you. Go to the website mogageo.com.
It does exist, my friend.
And
Right,
that's exactly what this mega is all about. I think they're back to mega status, aren't they?
I think they're back. In fact, I think Joshua, geocaching vlogger, won it one. I think he won it one
I
year
think he did.
in
Here's
his
Moga
in his,
2022.
in his age group. I'm not gonna say
And
his age.
and for a team competition, it's the Texas Challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he went to Texas
Yep.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moga is that's what they do. It's a race.
Yep.
It is definitely, and what they do is they break it up into teams. They have Geocaching Virus won twice. And what you do is you can have different age ranges. I think it is. I've never been to it, so I don't know the specifics. Maybe Joshua Conn real quick and you can
And
explain
it's
it
actually in Illinois next year.
Where?
It's
Jess, do
in,
they have a boy? Jess, do they have a boy and a
Central
girl?
Illinois.
Could we go at it? Me and you?
A boy and a girl.
Yeah, like a team, boy and
You
a girl
mean
team.
like
Like a boy and a girl
couples?
team. Yeah.
You're hilarious.
Couples.
Probably they don't have the schedule out yet.
Oh, Jess, I found
next
Shorty
year.
with positive streak challenge this weekend.
He did. Yes, he
How about
did.
that? Oh, it's in Casey. It's not in Casey. Is it in Casey?
No, it's in Clark County, I think.
Oh, okay.
Let me go back to I put a link in the Clark County, Illinois.
When is Mocha
So
this
it's-
year?
It's in
That
April.
close. We got to race for it. Come on, Jess. We could win. We'll get a trophy.
It is actually where Casey is.
We can get a trophy, Jess.
Okay,
And
let's go.
I'm over 50, so we can be in the over 50 group.
You're over 50.
Right. But you just riding my 50-year-old coattails into the 50 group, into the 50 and over group.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So yes. So Fry Guy, it's called Moga. I heard a really cool, I've never been to it, but I heard it's a really cool mega event. This year it's in Chicago. Oh,
Not
not Chicago.
Chicago.
Excuse me. It's in Illinois. Excuse me.
Central Illinois.
Central Illinois. So yeah. So you want to, and then Texas. What is it, Chad? The Texas Challenge. Is that what it is, Chad?
The Texas Challenge. It goes around Texas, various regions. So they have basically 5 regions in Texas that each one has their own team, and then they have the other team. So anyone from out of state can get in the other team, and usually that you have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 60 competitors on a team, and they wind up averaging the weight averaging the fines by the number of cachers you have on the team, so it kind of evens things out. But yeah, you're out there for finding as many as you can in 4 hours, and there are different uh, degrees of hardness and amount of points that you get, and there's points for FTF tokens that you find, and all kinds of stuff, uh, and it's in early March, which means it's hot and humid typically. Well, it depends on where in Texas. So, but yeah,
Nice.
it's great thing to go compete in my opinion.
Right. Sure.
So,
All right. Let's bring in California. California GSM times 2. Hello, sir.
Hello, and how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. I got to see Chaz over at Going Caching.
Oh,
got
you
to
saw
say hi
Chaz.
to him several times.
yep.
Nice.
Sat and he got to watch me win a raffle prize, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, had a great time. And so Chaz, why don't you start talking? Tell us about your tell us about your Going
Boga.
Caching.
Not Boga.
experience.
Let's Going Caching.
Yeah.
Going caching experience.
Going.
Well, I'm exhausted. But let's start out by saying how close I came to finding the pre-event prize with a couple of cohorts of mine, Kicking Chicken and
Did you say kicking chicken?
Kicking Chicken and Bible, formerly known as Bible Man Rick. He's now known as Goonpaw because that's what his granddaughter calls him.
Goonpaw.
And we kind of
Aw.
teamed up with another couple, Volt Glaws and Misha. So we'll just call them Joe and Michelle because that's their name. And So there's one point where I was sticking on it on the puzzle box and trying to get things solved out, and we teamed up with them and provided information to them. They provided information to us. And I'm gonna share a window here real quick. So this is at basically what's effectively stage 2. Stage 1 is the coordinates that if you solve everything in the puzzle, at least the encryption portion of it, you will be able to meet Jim in the morning that this kicks off, and then you get another piece of information, which happens to be a ironically, it's on a sign that you're supposed to notice for another cache. It's that's a projection. I don't know, Scott, if you did the one with the chains, that projection on the sign there, but you take those projection numbers and you add it or subtract it to other pieces of projection information that you had when you saw the puzzle box. But it took you over to the Civic Center where there was a treasure box there. Well, inside, and we were the first ones to this treasure box. There is no other cachers there. This lady back here was with the photographer, and if you open the box, we got a cue ball. The skeleton is inside the box, and well, I guess I didn't show it. On top of his head is the coordinates. There's other pictures online as well, but is the decimal minutes of the coordinates, and it's about supposedly a 20-minute drive, but made it there in about 14 minutes. Well, outside the parking lot, or the parking lot where the cords lead you to, is at a baseball diamond. One of the characters in the storyline when you're solving this puzzle box is Heaney, who plays third base. So we, like idiots, run over to third base, pick it up, and look at it. And the photographer's taking pictures, of course. But that wasn't it. And then also near Ground Zero are these bones that are sitting on the top of this thing. So we figured it might be it. By the way, if people don't know, this is formerly Bible known as Bible Manrook, now Goonpaw, and this is Kickin' Chicken, and this is Joe Volkglas. So we're all there looking around, trying to find it, and then we make it over here to what is supposed to be the touchstones, I guess, where the horse is buried, but it's a historic marker that's on here. We weren't sure whether or not that we were on the right track or not. But the reality is, yes, we were supposed to be doing a projection off of this to the final, and we got the. We've already been here for a solid probably 7 8 minutes when the second group finally shows up over here. You can kind of see them in the background there, and but we didn't do the projection off of here. Instead, we used the projection from the original coordinates, and we went off. We didn't find it, and about 10 to 15 minutes later, there's about 40 to 50 people out there hunting for it, but nobody was doing it off of the touchstone. This so actually 45 minutes after we arrived is when this picture was actually taken. So, and this is the individual that found it, and I don't know if you'll recognize this tree. Oh, I didn't get the picture. The reality is, uh, Goonpaw and Voltglas literally walked right by this tree on the projection from that tombstone, but we had a further distance because there was a little mistake that was made. That was gone, and she was standing there ready to take another picture because she knew where the final was. She's not caching. She's one of the photographers trying to capture the moment, and it. She came out of the woods and talked to me and said she was so disappointed because it's like Rick almost literally stepped on the cash container, and so we would have had the $250 prize, but it was effectively the final was effectively brute forced because
Wow.
we were the only people that went over, as far as I saw, that went over
Mhm.
to the touchstone, and we were the only people, as far as I know, that projected off of it. So, but had an awesome time. So I couldn't believe how fun that run was.
Hmm.
And
So
I
they won.
everything else was, what's that?
That was $250 they won.
The first to find prize is $250.
Wow, nice. Wow.
So had an awesome time at going caching as usual. With you had the smugglers run where you're going out. I think there's a total of 13 caches that you had to get your um, passport, stamp, so you can kind of see those ink stamps on here,
Mhm.
and you only need 60 points total to get it. And I think there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That looks like there's about 90, no, probably over 150 points possible there. But if you do them all, so you don't need to do them all. You only need to get 60 points worth, and then you can turn that into to get your geocoin for just for doing that.
Hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
A lot of great lab caches out there. A lot of great gadget caches. Bounce had some gadget caches out there. The coffee one I loved, where basically you're sitting there and you find the cache and you hit it, and it kind of prompts you, and it kind of it tells you the gives you a number and then gives you one or two words and stuff, and you need to wind up and you get 10 sets of those, and you need to string those along to make something that sounds legitimate. So you're pushing it in there, and you get the phrase, and it will kick you out if you don't get it correctly. And after so many, it'll even give you freebies like number 7. Number 7 in the list is blah blah blah. So you can wind up getting your way through there eventually, or kind of get the hint. But it was really cool. And then the container, once you finally get the expression, which was something along the lines of a new scientific discovery has determined that the best time to make a new pot of coffee is right frickin' now. So that's and it's outside of a coffee shop. There was another sister cache to the Coanga Kate Gadget Cache that remember we had Geo Monkey Tiger on last year after the show, and so had the sister cache for that. Unfortunately, some cachers wound up breaking it before anyone really got into it, but it got fixed and it got through it. So it was like a pretty cool cache. So,
okay,
overall, again, there's caches for every type of person. Traditionals, lab caches, puzzle caches, field puzzle caches, a lot of puzzling going on. The trading of the cards, so making a full set of trading cards, which are all.
I'm going to interrupt you because this is my phone call. And you have segued right in there to what I was going to talk about. So, do you mind?
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on a second, Scott. Chad, did we get a card this year?
Yes, we have a card.
We do have a card. Okay, I didn't get one. We have a card. All right, sorry, GSM times 2. Go ahead, bud.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, because it actually does segue right into what I was talking about, what I wanted to talk about. And that is that there are so many things going on. In my group of 5, we had 2 people who were absolute puzzlers, and they just were moving fast, way too fast for me. Then we had 2 people who are part-time geocachers, like ShareBear 64 is a puzzler. She has 6,000 finds. Her husband has 350 finds. Steve Gandalf, he has about 5,000 finds. His wife has about 250 finds. So we have them, serious puzzler, occasional geocacher, and then me, who is not a puzzler. And we all had a great time because I'm following the puzzlers along. I'm feeling like lost. They're just moving so fast. And I eventually one second. I'm going to go off and do these adventure labs. And off I go to the adventure labs while they do the puzzling. The part-timers, those cards, they're like trading cards for people who don't know what they are. They're like trading cards. People purchase them. And there were about 368 people had purchased them. And what our part-time geocachers would do, their goal was to get an entire set of those cards. And so that's what they did. So here we are.
So here's a couple of cards.
Different types of cachers doing exactly what they want at the same event. Then the other thing I'm going to kind of mention to you.
And on the back side, there'll be tracking codes. So they're all trackable.
Go ahead, Scott.
And I'm going to just mention that that one at the coffee shop where you had to dial in, and it looks like we actually were the first to find on that. Now, I saw that DW House. Was that his cache or was that the Bounce cache?
I thought that was a Bounce cache. I could be wrong.
Okay, So we went to that coffee shop to use the restroom and get a little bit of shade, and we spot this geocache there. And we open it up and we figure it out and we punch it all in. This is 2 days before the event, and we open it up and there's a blank log. So I have it's a legitimate first find that was pre-published, but we had no information in advance that it was even there. So I have a out-of-state first to find on a bounce cache, pre-published. That's
Nice.
pretty unique.
Nice. Yes, that is unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Pretty
So
fun.
so Bounce made it for the Going Caching crew. It's listed under the Going Caching crew, but it was created by Bounce.
Is he not in the Going Caching crew?
Well, I guess he was part of it. But he
Going Caching crew has its own account that they
Right.
do all of their hides and so forth. So it's separate from all the other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So Scott, you had fun too, I'm assuming.
I had a great time. This is the second time I've been. I may not go again because it's time to go out and do some other. I can't go to all the mega events, so I definitely want to go to the Texas Challenge at some time. I also want to definitely go up to the Midwest Geo Bash and meet you and Shorty Knits. So might be the last time I go, but it is one of the great events out there.
Good. Glad you guys had fun. It always sounds like a good. I always see pictures.
The pictures it looked like a blast. I saw lots of pictures and videos of everyone, because everyone I know seemed to be there except for us.
Yes.
There were lots. You guys are going to have to go someday. So anyways, that's it
One
for
of
me.
these days.
You guys have a great day.
All right. Be well, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Always.
Yes. Good old Going Caching.
Yeah, the pictures really looked fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to Jim says I got to hang out with Bounce, Derek and Jessica and their kids during the raffle where G Scott or GSM times 2 won. What did he win, Chad?
I don't recall. There's so much winning there. And by the way, I was wrong. It is a DJW house cache, and it is in the cache page.
He's from my neck of the woods, Chad.
Yes, he is. We've done lots of his
But
caches.
it was an awesome cache. So I know a number of people donated caches, including gadget caches, to the cause.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Oh, Jesse, you wanted to talk about something.
I did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
It's on the show notes, so I have no idea.
What did we do over the weekend?
We went to a Cedo over the weekend, and we got our Cedo Season 2 souvenir. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Chad, did you get your
Cedo Season 2 souvenir?
Jesse can't say it.
Can't.
Cedo Season 2 souvenir.
Very good.
I didn't see any Cedos out there, so I have not done my Cedo yet. I think I got one coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend, if I'm not mistaken. But remember, this weekend is International Earth Cache Weekend.
Yes, it is. We have to make sure we find an Earth cache.
Yes.
How are we going to find an Earth cache, Jess?
We'll have to find one.
We're going to have to look. Oh, boy. That changes things.
We will figure it out.
Yeah, I thought about that. All right, Chad, I just got here's a funny thing. So we got ours. We went to a Cedo on Saturday, right? Woke up in the morning. I said, we got a Cedo to go to, Brown.
Yep.
She didn't want to go. I made her go. But I'm gonna show you, Chad. I just got an email, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
I just got an email from a woman with a picture of you.
Really?
Were you a good boy, Chad?
I got pictures. Oh, is this the one with the going with the GCPC shirt? Well, that's 11s. So now she is officially known as the 11s. That's the 11 as a BNBJNA or
Yeah,
something like
BNB
that. So,
JNA 11 BNA BNB JNA 11.
so I found out that was their softball numbers and initials. So that's how they came up with that. But she said from now on, just call them the 11s.
The 11s. Oh, yeah. So you met her, huh? There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Did she scream Chaz?
She probably did. I had a lot of that. I can't remember who all screamed it and who didn't. But button match. My button match was with my good friend Gio Riena from Houston. So that was pretty cool. That I knew my button match, and what else? I met so many wonderful listeners of the show. There was a couple people wearing wearing our t-shirts. So
Nice.
that was awesome.
You saw our t-shirts in the wild? Sweet. I
Yes,
love
saw
that.
our t-shirts in a while.
Take a picture?
They were taking the selfies, so I wasn't taking the selfies.
Oh,
And one of them I know is on Facebook, and you even commented on it.
Oh yes,
So
yes. You gotta take the picture so I can put it on our Instagram. You got a picture of your big melon next to their belly and take a picture of the shirt.
okay,
And then send it to me.
I'll try to remember to
I will
do
put
that.
it on the social media. That's what you need to do. Come on, man.
I'll try to remember to do
Hashtag rep the pod.
that.
Yes. I'm repping the pod tonight. I am. Are you, Chad?
Not tonight.
Jesse's still in her work clothes.
Tonight I've got the flex capacitor going.
That's sold in our store, so it's
sold in our
technically
store.
Technically, you're repping the pod, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see a 2020 sucks shirt, Chad, when you were there? By the way,
I did not see a 2020 suck shirt
Oh.
while I was there.
Just the geocaching podcast one.
There's geocaching podcast ones, yeah. And I had my geocaching podcast shirt on for a while, so
Nice.
So speaking of our shop, urbantreecanopy.com,
Yes.
there's a sale going on right now.
You're kidding. There you go. Boom. Urban
What
Tree
is the date today? October 6th, right? Yeah. So October
Urban
3rd,
Canopy.
October 3rd through October 17th is 10% off everything plus free shipping on with a minimum order. There is a minimum order, but
You can
free
get
shipping.
this shirt right now there. You can get this shirt.
Mhm.
I call it the square shirt. Or the flex capacitor shirt, the one Chad's wearing. Or you can get that one. Yeah.
Yeah, use code FREESHIP1021 for free shipping on all orders over $45 US, $80 international.
Nice. Get a 2020 sex shirt.
Yeah, we got
That's
all
right.
kinds of shirts in the shop.
Get a geocaching is fun Wii shirt. I own one of those too.
yes.
Chad, do you own one of those?
I don't own one of those yet. So I'm waiting until I can bundle and save.
That might be the most I've seen. I've seen a ton of them, which makes me laugh that I've seen a ton of those. The geocaching is fun Wii shirt.
My wife wants me to ask you to make a shirt, and I gotta find the picture.
Get right on that. Is it of Chad or is it like
It's not of me, but it's a basically there's a patch that I saw in on someone's bag in the airport that
Okay.
was pretty cool. Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna pop this up here real quick. Let's see here. Chrome tab.
Oh, we're running late. I didn't realize it was.
That's it.
What do you got here? What does that say?
It says Operation Enduring Clusterfuck COVID-19.
You're swearing on my show, Chad.
Hey, I'm just reading what it says.
Hey, we're dropping the F-bomb on my show. It says
I'll-
Operation Enduring Cluster Honk.
Although she did say that basically like do some other characters for the U and the K so that she could actually wear it.
Oh, but I'm trying. What is that in the middle? What is that? Is that
That's a COVID-19? That's supposed to be a COVID-19 virus. I mean, you don't have to.
Is that
It
what this
wouldn't
is?
have to. It wouldn't have to be exactly like that. You could use the round ball with the
Yeah. I'm
red
just trying to
speckies.
make out what that is. Send it to me.
Okay, I'll send that to you.
Yeah, send that to me. I'll take care of that. Yeah. Panda, yeah, this is every Wednesday night. Delicious Panda's in the chat room. Welcome, buddy.
Every Wednesday.
Every
Hey,
Wednesday.
did you know that you can order a geocaching podcast skateboard on our site?
Do you? Can you?
Really?
Yeah,
Well, on Urban Tree Canopy.
on Urban Tree Canopy.
Can you?
You can. Geocaching
trying to kill me?
podcast skateboard.
I know what to get me for my birthday. For Christmas. There you go. All right, Jessica's birthday is coming up. That's right. I guess I get you want a skateboard? I'll get you a skateboard.
No, thank you.
You sure?
I have not ridden a skateboard since I was probably in 5th grade.
That's what I was saying. You trying to kill me? It's like if I want to die from skateboard, my
don't
son's got like 5 of them in the garage.
It's like riding a bike. You don't forget how to ride a skateboard.
Mm.
You don't forget, but your balance isn't
Balance
the
is not
same.
quite the same 30 plus years later.
Is it a hoverboard or is it a skateboard? I
It
think
is a skateboard.
is it, or is it just like the
You can get
it's the deck?
it's just the deck.
Deck. Can you get wheels too?
Let me see. Skateboards, deck only, or with hanging hardware. What is that?
With hanging hardware.
I don't know. Oh, like to
I was
yeah,
thinking
to
hanging
hang
on the
it,
wall.
hanging on the wall. I was
Yeah.
like, that's not a wheel. Yeah.
Can I buy one and hang on the wall, Jess?
Okay.
Will you let me hang one on the wall?
In the garage, maybe.
All right. It's time to go. It's 9:37. Chad,
Mhm.
next week. Chad.
Next week.
Guys, for the past year, I have been gathering and thinking and talking to people about this show. Geocaching life hacks, guys. That's the show next week. We all do little things, ways to cheat the system, if you will, ways to better the system. How do we do that geocaching related? That's what we're going to talk about next week. And there's a bunch of different ways. There's a bunch of things.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of different geocaching life hacks. I guarantee you guys you're going to learn something next week. And hey, if you got one, by all means, give us a call next week. Let's talk about it. I'd love to hear yours. If you have a geocaching life hack, I'll give you an example of one that we're going to talk about next week. How to get around logging a premium cache if you're not a premium member. That's a geocaching life hack. And you can be done. We're going to show you how next week. So stuff like that kind of stuff. Think about it. You got one, you give us a call next week. We're going to talk about it. But I got a whole bunch of geocaching life hacks to talk to you guys next week about. So that's next week's show. Chad, it's good to have you back, Chad. It's no fun without you on this show, by the way.
Oh,
I had to keep saying Jesse the whole night, and I didn't like it at all.
didn't like that.
No, Chad flows way more easier than Jesse to say Chad. Yeah.
I thought Wheels did a good job. So
So Chad, welcome back. Good to see you again.
thank you.
Jesse, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. But yeah, so and everybody who called in, thank you so much as well. So guys, that's Cash or Coffee. Bleh. Thank you so much. We will talk to you guys next week. Be well and be safe. And we're gonna close out this show. Hold on one second. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcast and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, so you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks again once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Odds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PathEggs.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. We'll see you next week. Talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. And we're clear, Chad. I saw your email.
Oh, thank you.
Does your
My
wife
thanks you.
need a rush job on that?
It doesn't need to be a rush job. It was just my we were after work. We went for a walk and I had texted my wife that and she thought it was great. And then while I was walking, he's like, "Do you think your friend on the show can make a T-shirt that like the patch?" And I was like, at the time, like, what are you talking about? It's been 8 days or 9 days since I took that picture and sent it to my wife. So it's like the patch in the airport. I was like, oh yeah, I'll ask him.
I could turn that out pretty quick. That's nothing too difficult. The hardest part will be finding a large enough picture of the COVID numbers.
COVID.
That will be the hardest part. Yeah, because I want it to be vector and I want it to be large. That'll be the trying to find that will be the hardest part. Everything else is easy. But I'll find it. It's out there. Just gotta find it. So yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys. Be well and be safe. We'll talk to you guys next week. Have fun. Hey, get a
There might be some new patron videos coming soon.
oh. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. Make sure you get your Earth Cache this weekend, by the way.
Yes.
Everybody, don't forget Earth Cache. All right, guys, be well, be safe. Bye-bye.